Again, this is Willie Crawford, and I will go ahead and get started now. I'd like to thank you again for joining us on today's webinar. As you can see from the slide, we'll be discussing the Facebook Fanpage Toolkit, social commerce, and marketing. And again, I'm Willie Crawford, and I'm joined by Mr. Aaron Friedman. For those of you who don't know me, get my slides going. I've been in internet marketing itself for about 16 years. Before that, I was military. I'm an expert on website traffic generation, largely because as soon as I came online, I noticed that every webmaster in the world needed lots of traffic. They need eyeballs on their businesses, and so I focused on something I knew would always be in demand. And later I drifted into being a joint venture broker where I help people with product launches to connect product owners with people who can sell a lot of their products. So I'm one of the world's leading joint venture brokers at this point. I'm also a regular contributor to Social Media Magazine, where I have columns in actually 3 different versions of the magazine that reaches about 14.8 million subscribers each month. So I've become a bit of a social media expert too. And I'm joined by Mr. Aaron Friedman. Aaron's an entrepreneur and an information architect with over 15 years of experience in designing and building website applications, software, and complex data systems, with the main focus around e-commerce, CRM, and analytics. Let's look at some facts about Facebook first, because that's what this presentation is all about, and you may be wondering, what's so important about Facebook. Well, first of all, Facebook said it had 845 million active users as of December 31st, 2011. I don't think there's any site out there that gets more active visits on a daily or regular basis than Facebook does at this point. So Facebook is it. Facebook is forecast to reach 1 billion active users by August of 2012, so we're fast becoming over a billion, which is huge. An average day on Facebook sees about 483 million people logging in, and that's an increase of 48% over the previous year. Thanks to the presence of the Facebook like button on almost every website out there, the social network adds another 2.7 billion likes and comments every single day. An average day on Facebook sees about 483 million people logging in, and as a point of reference, I think the U.S. population is about 330 million, so that's more than the entire U.S. population, and that's an increase of 48% over the previous year. Facebook has been busy making money in recent years, as well as growing fairly fast. In 2009, the company said it brought in $777 million in revenue. That figure grew to $1.9 billion in 2010, and then it almost doubled in 2011 when the country had $3.71 billion in revenue and $1 billion in profits. So the company is very profitable. So you may be wondering why you should have a Facebook page, or if you should have a Facebook page. And the answer is because it increases your online visibility. Again, with about 483 million users signing into Facebook on a daily basis, having a fan page provides you with a platform to engage an increasingly social audience. Facebook allows pages to share photos, videos, questions, and more with users who have liked the page. These shared assets are visible in users' news feeds, right on their Facebook homepage, and in line with their friend status updates. So lots of people see your fan pages and your fan page updates. Facebook allows you to engage your target audience and consumers, and it is all about engaging. It's about capturing the attention of that visitor online and pulling them in. People are begging for engagement. Facebook has made it easier for businesses to advertise to their target audiences in a very professional way. With Facebook fan pages, your promotional message is integrated right into your fans' news feeds, alongside updates from their friends, so it doesn't feel so intrusive. Facebook is inherently social. As such, your target audience and current customers can like, reply to, and share any update, photo, video, or link you share on your Facebook page. And you can engage with them by answering any questions you have or showing your appreciation for participating on your page. Facebook can also be used as a customer service platform. You have the unique opportunity to publicly show that you care about your audience, customers, consumers. You can monitor and respond to any question, feedback, suggestions, and even criticisms posted on your Facebook wall. By responding, you show that you have a genuine interest in your audience's opinion, which can create a positive buzz around your business and lots of businesses do use Facebook as a customer service platform right now. It's huge. Having a presence on social media sites like Facebook also has benefits such as increasing your search engine presence. Search engines take well-maintained Facebook pages into account when determining their search results, which can allow you to be found by more potential clients in the search engines. Also, the more likes your page has, the more visible you'll be within Facebook, which is second to Google. It's been proven that our behavior is influenced by the behavior and approval of our peers. The most powerful form of marketing is via social endorsement, where you can see that your friends like or have bought a product or service. People tend to tune out traditional media. We've become sort of ad blind, if you will, such as TV ads and magazine ads, but they pay attention to what their friends are doing. And their friends are on Facebook, perhaps liking your page, so they might decide to like your page too. Facebook lets you target ads based on your customers' interests too. In addition to your Facebook page alone, Facebook also provides your business with an advertising platform that hyper-targets your ads based on user interest. Each time that a user indicates anything about their location, their income, their likes, and whatever, that's all captured by Facebook, and it lets them hyper-target advertising. So not only can Facebook increase your visibility, but also they can help you gain exposure to an audience that you already know is interested in topics relevant to your business. Facebook ads can also be much less expensive than traditional online advertising. For example, Facebook gives its users up to a 40% cost saving on all ads that point to a Facebook page landing tab versus a third-party website. Facebook rewards its advertisers for keeping users inside of the Facebook ecosystem. That is, as an advertiser, if you send them to your website or to an external page, Facebook will charge you more for that click than they would if you just kept them right on Facebook. And if you're a business owner, you may be wondering why you should use a Facebook store. Social commerce will grow into a multi-billion-dollar industry in just a few years. According to shop.org, one-third of online shoppers say they would be likely to make a purchase directly through Facebook, 35% of the Facebook users and 32% of Twitter's. Social commerce is just in its beginning stage with things looking really good for the future. According to Gartner research, companies will generate 50% of web sales via social and mobile by 2015. So you can see this is getting huge. Booz Allen forecast people will spend $30 billion through social commerce by 2015, and social commerce sales will double in 2012 to $9 billion. Social commerce will be the next e-commerce, and Facebook commerce, F-commerce, will be the next eBay and Amazon. The great thing about F-commerce is that it's relatively cheap and easy to set up, so businesses of all sizes can use it. And you can sell virtually any product, including hard goods, soft goods, digital downloads, tickets, hotels, campground reservations, ebooks, magazine subscriptions, TV shows, movies, and I'll add, you can sell your causes. You can sell anything that you want to convince consumers about. So selling can be promoting a cause too. Facebook can provide you with the opportunity to reach millions of people very inexpensively. This webinar will show you how to build a Facebook page, a Facebook store, engage your audience, and promote your presence to reach as wide and as relevant an audience as possible. And now I'm going to turn the webinar itself over to the real expert on the line, which is Mr. Aaron Friedman. So I'm going to push the controls over to him if he's ready.
Yeah, Willie, go ahead.
And you should have the controls.
Okay, thanks, Willie. Hi, and welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining the webinar. I'm Aaron Friedman. I'm the CEO of Fanpage Toolkit. As Willie just went over, we covered some very important facts on Facebook, how they've grown from their inception until now. A few things to also note about how they handle their ad system is a lot of people today traditionally have always bought Google AdWords. And if you've done Google AdWords in the past, you'll know that to lock up any kind of common name keyword, something that's targeted specifically for your business to your demographic, those keywords can get quite costly, upwards towards $5, $6, $7, and even $8 per click, depending on how broad of a category group you're trying to lock up. An important thing to understand about Facebook is, and another importance of actually having a Facebook page, is that when you advertise in Facebook with Facebook ads and you keep the user inside of Facebook and you don't redirect them to your website, Facebook offers a cost savings of up to 40% on the ad price. So you could spend somewhere in the ballpark of $1.50 to $2.25 per click, as compared to paying almost twice that with Google AdWords, essentially giving more more money towards your ad budget than as you would if you were advertising with Google. Plus, you're already going to be advertising within an ecosystem for which you're going to be generating traffic to your Facebook page, and you're going to get a dual benefit from that. One, not only are you going to be able to get users to your page to generate likes, which the more likes you have to your Facebook page, the more credibility you have to your product, but also if you're running the right Facebook apps and you don't just have a plain looking Facebook page like this. I'm showing you the example of ours, which is the Fanpage Toolkit Facebook page, facebook.com/Fanpage Toolkit. Normally when people go to your page, this is all they see. They see a wall. And as much as the wall is great and it has all the activity of users interacting, the one thing that we try to do as a company is be able to build a product that truly represents what the essence of social commerce is. There's a few companies today that offer various types of products. Some offer just those templates that can give you a cool looking fan page, almost like a mini website within your Facebook page, where others might allow you the ability to have a shopping cart, so you can sell items within Facebook. And of those products out there, there's only a very few that actually allow you to complete transactions in Facebook. Compare that being able to actually have your products on Facebook and then being linked out to a third-party website. So there's a few things out there, but the one thing that everybody has missed, the thing that has been our focus from the inception, is to truly bring all worlds under one platform, and that is to be able to give users the ability to develop a complete unlimited product social commerce store within the Facebook ecosystem, and also give you the reinforcing marketing applications such as the ability to have digital download apps, so you can have you can offer free white papers for downloads, the ability to have micro websites, full functioning micro websites within your Facebook page, so you can actually browse through different tabs that you create to offer information about your product. All of these things help to add supporting credibility to the product you're trying to sell. There's a few examples out there where stores, where people actually have just a store within their Facebook page and nothing else. Well, with just that store, you can't really offer information about your product. If you look at examples from like Express, I'm sure everybody is familiar with Express Clothing. I'm going to go back to their main site here. This is a company that has spent well over $1 million in IT development and programming to deliver all sorts of cool looking apps, to their Facebook page. They currently have nearly 2 million fans. They have gift cards. They have catalogs. They have, they've integrated their YouTube videos. Just a lot of, really cool, rich media-based apps to allow their users to interact with them. Although this one, see, even these guys are breaking the rules a little bit. They're not allowing you to access the apps on a secure, when you're browsing Facebook in secure mode. That's also a no-no when developing apps. So, but an example of a reinforced marketing app would be like the e-gift cards, and they have a welcome page that kind of gives you some information on what Express is all about. So they did a lot more than just drop a store in here. Now, today, for the mom and pop, for a small to mid-sized business to be able to actually offer a solution like this, it would pretty much be slim to none. I mean, unless you have the kind of budget that Express has. So there's a few products out there today. Again, some that can offer you more of a marketing solution to give you a page like this. Others that can give you a store solution to give you more of a page like this, where we can actually come here and browse through product. Again, I mentioned Express spent over $1 million in their entire Fanpage solution. Now, off-the-shelf products that are available online, you could spend anywhere from $30 on up for each individual product. So you'd have to go to several companies to find your solution. Companies that offer marketing apps for actually building website, micro websites within your fan page. Other companies that offer promotional apps to go in your page. Other companies that offer commerce apps. And then, of course, we have to talk about messaging and analytics. It gets kind of lucrative. So when you add it all up at the end, I mean, you could spend anywhere from $90 to several $100 per month for a solution that's all over the place. So nothing's going to talk to each other. It's going to be multiple products that you're going to have to learn. So there's a learning curve that's there. There's quickness to market. You're going to have to, because of the learning curve, you're not going to be able to quickly build all these products in multiple platforms. And then at the end, when you launch them, not only did it take you a long time to get there, but you've now spent 3 to 4 times, even 5 times or greater, as much per month as you could as if you had one unified solution that allows you to be able to accomplish all of these goals under one application platform, which is what Fanpage Toolkit is all about. So if you come to the website, fanpagetoolkit.com, we have a really cool promotional video on here that can guide you through, kind of what the product's all about. Now, I know this webinar today was only scheduled for an hour, so we have 40 minutes left, and I want to allow time for questions at the end. So what I want to do is, there's a lot to cover here, and because of the size of the product, we could easily do a webinar on each individual application module within the platform. So to cover everything, I'm going to kind of hit broad strokes and take you through the product. And then, like I said, if you have questions at the end, just hold those to the end, and we'll take those as Willie takes them in. And by all means, check out the product. We offer a free version, and that version, it's a 2-step sign-up process. There's no charge for that. We don't ask for credit cards or anything, and it gives you the ability to basically check out every single application within these application modules, with the exception of analytics and messaging, which is a paid application only. So to kind of jump right into it, if you want to go ahead and get started to build an application, basically you come into our Page Builder app, and the first thing you're going to see is our analytics dashboard, and basically what this is showing you the total number of pages that you have that you're managing, and then all the different pages that you published using our apps. And what we did was we kind of chunked everything out, based on what the nature of the page is. Our business page app provides a series of templates that will pretty much meet the needs of just about any business, brand, or product. When you look at the templates here, you have everything from just a one-layer template, as we'll call it, down to, we have 2 templates here that are full-blown micro websites within a Facebook page. And that's kind of what I showed you right here. The ability to put in a micro website, the ability to be able to have multiple tabs, just like you were navigating online. And also take note, too, to the structure of this inside Facebook. There's no scroll bars. A big thing that a lot of these iframe applications are doing today, because as we know, FBML was decommissioned, is a lot of these iframe apps are having these scroll bars that are either up and down within this center piece of real estate in Facebook, or they're going left to right. And that's an eyesore, not to mention it's also kind of a real lack in the user experience. It consumes real estate. When you publish your pages to Facebook, if you want to have a micro website within your Facebook page, it's really important to have a clean look, to be able to take full advantage of the 520 pixel wide piece of canvas that they actually give you to work with. And you're already limited. 520 pixels isn't a heck of a lot, so we want to be able to maximize that space to the fullest.
Aaron, can I jump in there and point out to them that what they're actually looking at is sort of like a dashboard that actually lets them manage numerous fan pages, and I also believe that if they already have existing fan pages, it recognizes those and pulls those into the dashboard too. Is that not correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, if we jump back up over here to page sync, you can create pages in real time while you're logged into here, and what this does is this actually synchronizes all of the pages that you've built. Because the way the Fanpage Toolkit operates, we are a platform, just like Facebook is a platform, that operates in layers on top of Facebook. So what we wanted to do is to give users a nice big development platform. The one thing that I've seen from other applications out there is they keep you inside Facebook the whole time. So if I wanted to build this page here, I'd have to do it within this small 520 pixel wide piece of real estate. Now, that's fine for displaying it because it's an elegant, clean looking page, and we're able to get our information and our point across. But imagine having to actually build something in this. You're forced to work in a small area. So that was one of many reasons that we decided to just kind of create our own platform, which took over 2.5 years of development, and just have something that layers on top. So all of our apps are natively registered and approved with Facebook. So every time that we go through our page builder, and I'll just take you through, I'm going to edit an existing page rather than just creating a new one from scratch, just so you can see. It's the same workflow process, but you would choose your template, and basically after you're choosing your template, you're going to see the anatomy of the different sections of that template. So you have the template anatomy on the right-hand side. On the left is where all your content is. And you'll see as I mouse over each section, it kind of lights up the anatomy on the right-hand side. Now, if you don't have to know any coding whatsoever to be able to use this product. You can just copy and paste content from Microsoft Word. You can enter it directly in here. But for those that actually do know HTML, or they want to just copy and paste the HTML from their existing website and kind of play with that back and forth, they can most certainly do that. You can you can click, drag, readjust all of these content areas. You'll see we're using some HTML in ours. But if you want to, and in some of these areas we're just using plain text, but if you want to, you can just go ahead and enter in just plain text, copy and paste from Word, add your graphics by going to the various sections here and uploading whatever graphics you have. And what you can do is, and then of course at the end, I almost forgot, at the end you can check off if you want to have a pre-like page, which is basically the like gate. And for those of you that don't know, a like gate is basically for people that have not yet liked your Facebook page, but you want to show them something before you reveal all of your content or whatever promotion you want to give them.
We also often call it the reveal tab.
Yeah, and our like gate pages, you'll see the templates as we go through the wizard here. But when we come through here, this is basically a preview of everything that we filled out. Now, we added some HTML. We added the embed code for a YouTube video. We also have other templates that allow you just to do YouTube videos automatically, but we did something a little bit more customized here. We also have this customized toolbar, so every time I click into a section, every time I click on a different part of the site, this customized toolbar lights up, and basically you're looking at all the different anatomy sections here on this drop-down, and I can change font types, direction, basic word processing elements are all able to be customized here. And when everything is looking to your liking, you simply save and continue. And because I chose to have the pre-like or the like gate enabled, we give you 3 different templates to build that like gate. Some people just like doing a straight-up graphic, a single image only. Some people want to do images with content. We also gave you the ability to do video, which is really nice. And regardless of the template you choose, everything is built in. We have native containers built in for YouTube, so if you did choose the YouTube option here, the video option, you can very easily add your video just by putting in the YouTube URL that that they give you on your YouTube page. The template that we chose here was template 2, and you can see we have the image there. And if I continue again, in the event that I did have content or something else like that, I'd be able to edit that here. So this is just an image, so there's nothing to really edit with the customize bar, and I can just save and continue. We also made publishing automated. If you've ever played with other Facebook page apps, whether promotional apps or what have you, a lot of times that the installation or publishing process is manual, where you have to go between the application itself and the Facebook page and manually add those app tabs to your page. Here it's automated. You simply just give it a name. We have a customized name, which is basically just a name that you'll know what it is, so when it appears on our dashboard, because you may have many of these pages built, and you might want to activate a different one every month or every season. So we give you a friendly name there, and then of course what you want to actually call the tab. You want it to be active or inactive, and of course when it's all done, you can click on Publish, and basically publishing will automatically, and when it updates, it tells you successfully, brings you back to the dashboard, and publishing will automatically install the app icons, everything, and brings it back to your page. So that's setting up a business page, and we have the same here for artists. We just launched this actually not too long ago for celebrities and recording artists. Basically a page that will allow you to create really cool templates for musicians. If you have video libraries, song libraries, you can offer previews and allow people to play music on your page. So something that's really geared up towards, again, recording artists and just people that do a lot of work with videography, photography, music. Great templates here that we just launched, application templates that we just launched. And then we have our resume and nonprofits for people that want to have a professional Facebook bio. This is actually really cool. We wrote native integration to the LinkedIn system. Anyone that has their profile or resume online uses LinkedIn, and the one thing that I think we can all agree on is that it's a royal pain to have to enter your profile information more than once, especially if you're a job seeker. Every website on the internet is constantly asking you to re-enter things from scratch. It would be so nice just if everybody could share a universal system, so you could have only enter it in once and then import or sync, and then maybe just tweak it from there. So that's what we try to accomplish with this. Just doing very, very quick, easy, automated tools that really put a lot of power in the user, and having a product that allows you to cover all bases. So you can have on one single page, you can have a Facebook page for your business that has a micro website, that has a personal bio about you, okay, which would be this right here. You choose your template, and we have this really cool LinkedIn sync tool. This will synchronize your entire LinkedIn profile with Fanpage Toolkit, and basically brings all your information here. Once your information is in Fanpage Toolkit, you can easily just kind of sort the years up and down. You can edit all this information. Once you get it in here, if you decide you want to just kind of tweak the data a little bit just to make it special for Facebook, you can. And once you go through the system, same rules apply. You can design all of this. You have your main background. If I wanted to, I can come here. I can change colors of the whole of the template in real time, see how it looks. I can change font types, boldness, just really make this look good. And if you notice, all we did was import from LinkedIn. We didn't, there's no coding, there's no nothing. We just imported from LinkedIn, tweaked things a little bit. We even have a contact form so people can send you information on Facebook. It's a great complementing tool. And again, this is free. We actually offer, our nonprofit and resume apps, they're all free. The one thing that we wanted to do was be able to give job seekers, nonprofits, and such, students the ability to have all of these apps at their disposal at no cost, just as a way to kind of help them out with their business. keywords or in their search.
You know,
And then once everything's
since
done,
I work
yeah.
with so many marketers who set up fan pages for other people, I think this also is a great tool for them having their arsenal for clients they work with, who, even though it's very, very intuitive for clients who don't want to set it up on their own. You know, they don't have to tell their clients how easy it is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know, marketers are always looking for a way all the time to have more value, you know, to their clients. And this was made with all that in mind. I mean, we have a really generous kind of an affiliate partner model for marketers and for VARs, you know, web development companies, ad agencies. We have something that kind of suits everybody's needs. There's no cost for any of them, and we have a free version of the system. So really, to be set up as a partner is a free process. It's, you know, you set up yourself with a free account first, and then you can just set yourself up as an affiliate partner. Really easy to do, really fast, and you can instantly offer value to your clients by, like you said, Will, being able to take on this work for them, again, as in a VAR capacity. You could actually build and develop these pages for them, taking the headache off of them. Because as far as everybody knows, I mean, this stuff is hard to do. I mean, unless you have in-house designers and programmers, it can be a very costly thing. Now, the Express website was an extreme example. They spent over $1 million. But a not so extreme example is what I see people charging every day in my own backyard. You know, even if you go to a freelancer or a boutique digital strategy company that builds websites and Facebook apps and such, I mean, you could spend several $1,000s easily one time just to build it, plus a monthly maintenance to maintain it. And you have no system. You have no platform or means to be able to go in there and actually do it yourself. So you're constantly paying somebody else to update, you know, simple little text changes, which in today's world, I mean, let's face it, today websites, when websites are built, you're not, you know, the days of actually paying somebody to change a paragraph every week are over. I mean, the thing that they have today are CMSs. You know, whenever you get a website built, you're typically getting either a CMS built, which is a content management system, or you're paying for one third party just so you can go in and not have to hire somebody to edit and change all this stuff for you. So if you think about what Fanpage Toolkit really offers in terms of total control and power, it's all things included in one. I mean, this is a powerful CMS tool. You can build everything yourself. It requires no coding. We have great analytics, which I didn't even scratch on because I want to jump over to messaging real quick. You know, we cover all bases here with this product, and we put the power and control into your hands. And that's where the real value proposition comes into play. And we do it under one roof. And because of the fact that we have one platform that accomplishes all tasks, all of the data flows here solely. So when it comes to analytics in the lead management systems and being able to set up lead and customer containers and flow that data in there so you can then, you know, send messages, whether they be Facebook messages or email messages, you know, to your users, which is the most important thing. It's all about the list. I think we all know that. And here you can effectively manage those lists and get your information out to your users quite effectively. So here I'm going to show you the Facebook wall post messaging app. Now, this isn't included with the free version. As I mentioned earlier, analytics and messaging are is part of the paid plan only. Our paid plans start at $10 per month, and really, depending on what you're doing feature-wise, really mostly geared around the size of your messaging list. You know, depending on how many subscribers you wish to, you know, send an email message to, it ranges from $10 to $25 per month, and it also goes along with our F-Commerce store. Our F-Commerce store starts at 250 products and goes to unlimited products. So at the most expensive, our product is $25 a month, which basically is the flagship, gives you everything, unlimited products for your store, 5,000 email list messaging platform. So, I mean, if you just factor in all these things and add them up together, basically you'd be looking to have, you know, a marketing application company supply your marketing apps, a commerce application company supplying your commerce apps. You'd be using Constant Contact or MailChimp to do your messaging. Analytics, you'd kind of be stuck because Google and Facebook hate each other, so you're not going to get Google Analytics to effectively work with Facebook. You'd have to have a custom analytics system we have this here, and we've expanded thoroughly above what Facebook Insights does, because Facebook Insights does not touch custom-built Facebook apps. It covers most of just the essential data in terms of your demographics and the people that are hitting the site. All important information, but doesn't really speak to the custom apps that you're going to install. So just to jump back to the Facebook wall post message, now what we've done here is we've built a messaging platform. So whoever's interfacing with your applications, I mentioned the building the micro website. We have other apps too, like offering digital downloads, which is a really cool promotional app. You create an environment here where I can offer a free white paper, a free ebook, a free music download, whatever, any digital file, so that when you draw people to these tabs, now remember, all of these Facebook tabs here, these app tabs, these are landing pages. Facebook calls them landing tabs, and you can basically get the permalink for each one of these tabs, and you can use those in your marketing, in your advertising, whether it's on Facebook or outside of Facebook, and direct people to these tabs to engage them with your Facebook page, increase your likes, and offer them whatever freewares you want. And for like digital downloads here, the second a user clicks in the field box, because they're logged into Facebook already, their information is automatically entered into the field boxes for the downloadable good. In this example here, I'm going to click download white paper, and you'll see that it said it was successful, and it's starting to download my PDF right there. So you're delivering free digital goods. Now, every time somebody hits these apps, whether it's your free white paper or we have a sweepstakes app, we have another promotional app that generates coupon codes that can be used either offline, outside of Facebook, and maybe one of your POSs, or if you have a Facebook store. I'll use the example here of, let's go to Gilly Loco. Gilly Loco is a really cool salsa company in New Mexico, and they launched their Facebook page, F-commerce store, selling salsa products, and this is using Fanpage Toolkit. So, from the promotional app that I mentioned, in terms of generating a coupon code, now they don't have it running here, but you can have it where you have a coupon generator. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you an example of this. I might as well show you a live example besides.
Okay.
Just speaking about it here. So let's go over to Sobe Body Wraps. Sobe Body Wraps is an organic. It's an organic body wrap store that is located down in South Miami Beach. Basically, this is an example of, and they've used this as a landing page for just directing sales to their store. But you come here and you're engaging them with a call to action, where, hey, we're offering 10% off, and then we're telling people to generate this promotional code. You click on the generate promo code, and what this does is it generates this coupon code here. Now, if you have a Facebook store, great. If you don't, and you're using a POS system in your your offline retail shop, or even on your physical website, you can use these codes to redeem either virtual goods or physical goods at your store. I don't know if you haven't seen them already. There's some other marketing application developers that have built coupon pages, but never before have we seen the actual coupon app. There's a good example of this that was put out by PageMoto, actually, where it was just a static page. So the coupon code never changed. It was the same for everybody. What's important to know here is that these coupon codes are randomly generated. So every single person that clicks on that code gets a random code. So there's a real sure way of you being able to track exactly how many of these were generated. Not to mention, every time a coupon code is generated, I'm just going to jump around a little bit here, it gets logged into our analytics system. And if you come here in analytics, we're giving you some essential information about page views, which Facebook gives you some of this information as well. But we're also kind of telling you here, exactly who's hitting your apps. These are things Facebook cannot tell you because they didn't build them. And we're telling you how many people have maybe generated a coupon, how many people have started to shop in your store but never checked out, how many people entered a sweepstakes, how many people downloaded a digital good. All these numbers are fully exportable. Everything in analytics is exportable to a CSV file. We can dig into these into this data a little bit further. I can go over to digital downloads. I can click on the amount of leads that I have here, 25 leads. And I'm seeing kind of a database dump here of everybody that downloaded, in my case here, this white paper. I have all their information, email addresses, where they're from, first name, last name. Again, I can export these. And, to jump back and forth here a little bit, after exporting these from our lead management system, because we have all the email addresses, we can come in here and send them an email blast from our messaging system. Or we can merge that file with another file, because again, depending on which paid plan you have, again, ranging from $10 to $25 per month, you get a certain amount of email addresses, anywhere ranging from 1,000 to 5,000 addresses. And then we also offer you the ability to purchase more email address support at the rate of $5 per 1,000 per month.
Can I interject here that what you mentioned, that you can import an email list into this application and send that actually directly to people's inboxes. That is within Facebook's terms of services too. So it's a very powerful.
Well, yeah, because you know what it is? We're actually kind of bypassing that because this is the email side. So it works in two ways. Let's say you want to get people you want to hit people that are not just on your Facebook page. Let's face it. If you have Facebook fans, okay, all of those likes are fans. They're users that are in the ecosystem. And whatever you post in their wall, they have the ability to see that. You can also hit them directly to their Facebook walls with our Facebook wall post app, which I'll show you that in a second, which is right above. But what if you want to bring people that are not in Facebook, or they are in Facebook but they're not part of your page? Example, let's say you want to send an email to your LinkedIn database. For all those heavy LinkedIn users out there, you probably have thousands of LinkedIn connections. If you've been using LinkedIn as long as I have, you're tens of thousands. Those are really good lists, especially if you have them, organized properly. You can import those directly into here. We support various address book types. LinkedIn uses a standard Microsoft Outlook CSV file, which is what the default is here. You can buy lists from third-party marketing companies, just whatever. As creative as you want to be. You can upload these lists very easily. You can develop basically your whole email campaign. For example, here we have I'm going to give you, this is actually an example of an older campaign, but I'll hit the preview here. This is an example of an older campaign. And it says, "Dear customer," here. This is replaced by the person's name that's inside your list. And at the very bottom, this is like a standard, email management list system.
Right.
People can opt out very easily. It is CAN spam compliant, which is really important. So the way that we've built this is really more, if I was to compare it, it's really a light version of what you would see in a MailChimp product, similar to that. We're not a messaging company, nor are we trying to be, but this is simply a great value add to all the other apps, which is why we felt it essential that we should have it. The way these emails work is we queue them up at about 100 emails per hour. That's to avoid being blacklisted and to kind of keep off the radar of ISPs and stuff. So we do it in a very safe way, but it's an effective way to get your message out.
And when you say we, this is actually going out through your server and not Facebook's server.
Exactly. Well, that's the beauty of the whole platform, because we're hosted. We're a SaaS-based system, so software as a service for those that don't know the term. Okay, we're a cloud-based product. We're securely hosted in the cloud on the Rackspace cloud. As that, we share the same backbone as Facebook. So to make things very, very robust, very fast in terms of how quickly you can zip through a store. I think I mentioned the Gilly Loco salsa store. you know, this is a Facebook-based store, okay? So this store was natively built from scratch in our product. They didn't have an existing store at the time. But, I mean, we're whipping through this thing really fast. I mean, the products load, everything loads. These apps load very, very quickly. I have products in my cart. I can check out. It automatically knows my information because I'm logged into Facebook. And I can continue the checkout process. And right here is where I'm hit with, you know, credit card information and, you know, how I want to, you know, what kind of shipping and whatnot. And if I actually fill that in and hit, you know, if I put in my information, hit Pay Now, we would check out. So, and the nice thing is, I think I mentioned that the fact that if somebody does not complete a transaction, they get logged as a lead.
Okay.
What's nice about this is because when you're logged in with Facebook, we have your personal profiles mapped to the store. So if somebody's at work shopping and they, you know, their boss comes in, they have to quickly shut down the computer or close the browser session. Whenever they come back, wherever they are, you know, home, they're on their Android device or whatever, they'll see that their card is still here. We never get rid of their card. It's mapped to their profile, so they can always come here in the future and complete the transaction. You know, which is really, really nice. You know, so just to close up on the messaging side, again, CAN spam compliant, and you know, out of the box supports 1,000 to 5,000 email addresses based on the plans that we offer. If need be, if you want to add in support for more email addresses, you know, you can easily do that. And then opting out is real easy because we have built-in opt-out into every email message. If somebody opts out, their email addresses will actually get added here in this little dashboard area. I have none at this time, but this is where they would be. And if you wanted to manually opt out somebody, you can easily do that as well, just by manually you know, putting in their email addresses here. We gave you the manual option because we find that a lot of people get emails, despite the fact that it's very easy to opt out within the email itself. People still get blasted with emails like, "Hey, get me off this list, please." And then the Facebook wall post, this is a really easy one. Again, I showed you how some of the apps work, you know, filling out a contact form. I even showed you, here, I'll even go to this here. I'll show you the resume page live, okay? This is the resume page live. Again, same theory here. You know, I put in the information. I can put whatever comments I want, you know, and we'll just put in some numbers. And when I submit this, this actually fires off an email message to me directly, so I'll get this directly to my email, you know, every time they get sent off, not to mention the fact when I come into my system, they'll get added to that lead management system I showed you before in analytics. So, again, anybody that interacts with an app, any one of our apps, they get put into the lead bucket because they engage the app in some way. Anybody that actually completes a purchase in the F-commerce store, they would be considered a customer at that point, and they would go in the customer bucket. So if I want to do a Facebook wall blast only, okay, I can choose my Facebook page. Here, if I can find myself, put in the test here, you put in what the message is, and basically I'll get hit with leads and customers, okay? And then what I can do is I can hit select all, I can select a couple, and when I click on the send button, what that does is that actually blasts the message, you know, to the Facebook wall. And I'll tell you real quickly, I'll show you an example of this since I'm in here because I just put my information in that form. Basically, when you click on this, it will blast that to your wall. So if I click on send, it says the wall post has been scheduled successfully. So that's been scheduled now, and that will now show up on my Facebook wall, you know.
Okay.
Or you can blast it across, you know, all the others, like I said. Now, what's coming down the road in the very near future is, besides the Facebook wall post, we're going to have a toggle in here, and this is in a matter of weeks, where you can send it to the wall, or you can send it to the private inbox, or you can send it to both. You're going to soon have the option to do that. promotions. I'm going to quickly, just because of time, we have about 8 minutes. About 8
Sure.
minutes
If
right
we
now.
go slightly over, the system won't shut us off, but we do want to be respectful of our
Yeah, I just want to be respectful about the time. So in promotions, we have the ability to create the coupon code generator, which I showed you the example of. Basically, you have it's all template based. The reason why we do this, and I want to just verbalize this right now for you all to hear, is that we've seen examples of systems, and it's only been a few, but there's been a few systems that are made for building the Facebook page, like the mini website portion of it, just the branding side, nothing else, where they don't give you a template, they give you the drag and drop widget. We've seen these drag and drop widget systems, and that we heard some people kind of rave about because it's more control, more customizable. What we found is that you're putting a lot of, almost too much control on the user, to where we're expecting everybody to be a designer, to have everybody have a design degree or be a creative person. I mean, and in terms of the masses, we're not all creative, and to be able to sit there and look at a blank white canvas and know exactly where to drag and drop stuff, it's a horrible place to start. Not to mention, you could probably spend hours staring at that white canvas, not knowing what goes where, just by staring at a bunch of widgets on the left. So we wanted to give you just pre-built templates, and we're always adding more of these. Okay, we're looking at special templates here just for promotions, but we do the same thing for sweepstakes. We give you different sweepstakes templates. We do the same thing for our digital downloads. Everything has a unique set of templates to be able to offer downloadable goods and just really be able to engage the user. We have our set of pre-like or like gate templates for all the people that like to create those like gates. We really try to take the guesswork out of the user. The one thing that we do have that is also coming in, I'm happy to say it's actually today, because we're launching 3 new products later this afternoon that will be live on the system by this evening, and that is an advanced authoring system. So we're still giving you the ability to have all of these cool pre-built templates, but very soon, as of this evening or later today, you'll be able to have advanced authoring tools where you can have your own inline HTML editor that's custom built specifically for the Facebook ecosystem. So you can really code and not have to worry about copy and pasting from your web design tool to this. You can do everything right from within Fanpage Toolkit. And if you don't want to deal with coding, no problem. That things don't have to change dramatically to that extent. You'll still be able to use the existing just plain text, copy and paste from Word. We even have this that is being rolled out to every one of our apps. Right now, our Artist Page app has it only. I just want to show this to you guys. If I choose to create any one of these templates here, we added these to actually create the content for all the pages. If you noticed before, I showed you we had the Customize page, which was the next tab over. But if you don't know code and you don't want to copy and paste from Word, we kind of gave you a little bit of a word processing editor built into the system. Right now, this is only on our Artist Page app, but we're rolling this out to every single application in the entire system. And that's happening systematically right now, starting with later on this afternoon, early evening. So I just want to make that be known. F-commerce, which I saved the best for last, this is kind of the heart of the system. Social commerce is, as you saw in the opening, is set to be a $30 billion market for us, or greater, over the next few years. And here we gave you a really easy way, not only to have an F-commerce store, which is basically stands for Facebook Commerce, but we wanted to make it really easy to build. Plus, we wanted to give you something that made the store yours. We saw, we've seen a few examples out there of store solutions that, either they do one of two things. Either they're doing it wrong and they're taking you outside of Facebook when you go through the website, when you go through the Facebook store, you're browsing products. The second you click on a product, it takes you to a website, which is horrible because anytime you take somebody outside of Facebook, you're breaking the user experience. And statistically speaking, you're getting anywhere from anywhere from 15 to 20% drop-off or bounce rate for that redirection because you're breaching trust, you're breaching credibility. You're going from Facebook, which I don't know why you would want to. Facebook has the credibility. Everybody knows who Facebook is. You can browse Facebook in a secure SSL session. You're in a trusted environment compared to redirecting them to an unknown, e-commerce website or what have you. Any kind of break in the Facebook experience is going to get you, bounce rates or drop off. So to get started in the Facebook store setup, excuse me, again, really, really easy. You start out by going to your payment profiles, and right now we support Authorized Net, which anybody that has a existing e-commerce store is more than likely using Authorized.net, or they're using PayPal Website Payments Pro, or WPP as we call it. Now, both of those have a fee to it. Authorized Net charges $20 per month, and PayPal WPP charges $30 a month. So unless you already have a store paying for that, you're probably not going to want to spend that just for Facebook. So for that reason, we gave you PayPal Express Checkout, which is free. If you have a PayPal account, you can easily go in, you can follow these instructions right here and enable PayPal Express Checkout, and then you would just copy and paste the information that we're asking for here. Basically, it's your API credentials, as we call it. So that's kind of step one. Step two, you jump to your merchant profiles, and here, here's where you can just give the store name. What's your currency? We support, and I always confuse this. It's either 22 or 24 currencies at the moment. I believe it's 24. But basically, we're supporting every currency that PayPal is currently supporting, and that's built in natively into the system. Also, and I'll explain this a little bit, but to go into great detail, we'd have to do this in a separate webinar. We allow you on the product level to mark items as either featured, most popular, daily deals, or other. Where you can actually name it yourself. And what that means is, I'm going to just show you this really, really fast. Take it to a cool paintball store, which this is actually an eBay store using our eBay synchronization tool.
Which basically means that they can pull the data from eBay over into their Facebook store. Yeah,
they can. We basically built an application. I was going to touch on that a little bit in a few minutes,
okay.
But we built a native interface into both PayPal, into both eBay and Magento, with more support rolling out every month. We're rolling out support for other products. We actually have the rollout schedule in our competitive advantage page on our website. But by native support, we are the only product on the internet today that allows for not only real-time synchronization of eBay and Magento, but you can actually complete your transactions in Facebook. As you notice here, we can continuously add product to our cart, okay? And when we check out, we're checking out inside of Facebook. We are not leaving the Facebook ecosystem at all. These shipping methods are all coming from eBay, every single one of them. So when you're shopping on an eBay store in Facebook, not only is the shipping integrated in real time, but the inventory is as well. So if somebody purchases a product on Facebook, at the moment that transaction takes place, at the point of transaction, the inventory is updated at the host system, which is eBay. So you'll never have a situation where inventories are out of whack. Everything is in real-time sync, and again, if there's only one product left in an eBay store and it gets bought on Facebook, the second the transaction takes place, it's going to be instantly pulled off the eBay store, and we've pulled over our shipping settings too. Like I said, so that's a little detail on that. And if you remember, I mentioned to you most popular items. Basically, when you come to the store, we're showing kind of a default page of items. Now, this is an example of an eBay store. So because we're synchronizing product from eBay, the individual here, QuickShot, is limited. These images, everything's being pulled from eBay. So if however you have your eBay store set up is more than likely how these products are going to be fed. Even though you can create these cool templates using our system, some characteristics from eBay are going to cross over. But by default, these items here are tagged as most popular items. But if you wanted to, in the F-commerce, in the merchant setup over here, I can choose to flag something as featured items, daily deals. So when somebody comes to the store for the first time, the first thing they're going to see is whichever main header option that I choose. So these are just things. If anybody has ever shopped on eBay, you'll see that eBay stores have daily deals. They have you'll see featured items or most popular items. So these are things that we can have fed into the system. And based on how you, again, tag each product on the product level, that's how they're going to show up here. So it's a really, really cool feature to push product directly to the homepage of your store without having people to have to navigate through. Something you don't really see on stores today. And again, just to reiterate, we are the only ones that are doing real-time sync with both eBay and Magento. There's maybe one or two examples that we've seen that even exist today on the internet, and those do product redirection, which again is that break of the user experience that we're trying to avoid. So when finishing setting up your merchant profiles, you're just putting your regular contact information. Depending on what you set up, if it was authorized net, if it was website payments pro, what have you, you're just going to check off whatever you set up for the payment configuration and tag it here. For shipping, we support FedEx, UPS, and USPS. This is natively integrated into these carriers' shipping systems. It's native integration through their API. So that's going to automatically be published to your store upon when the user checks out. And then you have your sender information. So catalogs, this is where we do all the magic here when actually building your store. Now, as I mentioned to you, we support eBay and Magento. So if you have eBay or Magento, it takes minutes. You just basically tag it here, and you're off. As soon as we go back to the dashboard, we sync your store, and it's done. It's one-click sync as we market it. If you want to build a store from scratch, you can just choose Fanpage Toolkit and enter in your products from scratch. If you have an existing e-commerce store, but we don't support your product yet, like I said, we have every month or so, 6 weeks, we're coming out with more support. So we're working on Shopify, ZenCart, OS Commerce, Amazon, Google, Merchant, Yahoo. We have so many stores in the pipeline in our roadmap that we're going to be coming out with over the next several months. It's a lot of really good stuff. But in the meantime, if you want to get your store on Facebook and you already have a store and you want to save some work, you can do our data feed import. And with this, you can upload a CSV file for your products and your shipping information. We kind of give you some samples of that. Excuse me, on how to do that. And that's a very quick process, and we'll build out your product and categories for you. So once you have your catalogs and your products in the system, and again, I'll even show you this real fast, just to take a quick second.
Sure.
Setting up categories and products is easy. I mean, you basically just choose your store, give it a name, category description. Some of this stuff is just e-commerce 101. We made it really, really easy to add product. And in the products, this is even like a wizard-driven system. You enter in the information, check off how you want it to be. Is it, and then just go next through the process. They'll go through features, packing information, shipping. You can choose any of our carriers that we support that you've set up in the merchant profile section. Again, really easy to set up products and categories. And if you use eBay or Magento, it's instant through one-click sync. Now, this is where I thought we did a really good job in the template section. Okay? We give you the ability to actually choose, to have an identity. The few examples that we've seen of other commerce systems out there, you're not allowed to choose. There's no choice of look and feel. All of the stores look the same. I mean, it's total cookie cutter. It's all the same. There's no uniqueness. So we wanted to really give the user the ability to have that uniqueness. We have 2 more templates rolling out tonight, which are really cool and have actually a product thumbnail rotator, which is a really neat way to cycle through daily deals or hot products that you want to just throw in people's faces. We're constantly coming out with new templates just based on, what are some of the hotter methods that people are selling today. I mean, e-commerce has been around for a long, long time. So, we're not going to try to reinvent the wheel, too much. We're going to innovate greatly in the areas of social so that all of these stores and all of these apps are very, very social within the Facebook ecosystem and allow you to go further and branch out, not just in Facebook, but also support, ecosystems like Twitter and Google+. We have things coming down the line, which, from the e-commerce standpoint, where you're going to have product widget systems that are going to be able to go across the Google+ news feed. So not only will you have products on Facebook, but you'll also be able to push products on your Google+ news feed. Just some really cool innovation that's going to be coming down the line. So, here you would choose just like your other templates, you would just you would choose a template of choice. I'll just go through one that's already done so you can kind of see it in action. Out of the 4 we have today, again, 2 more are going to go online tonight. And you just go through. You're putting your footer information. Again, all these content boxes will accept code. And I mentioned to you before, too, if you want to complete the transaction in Facebook, which is, of course, what we recommend, that's the default setup always. But if you, for some reason, if you want to redirect traffic to your existing website, you can absolutely do it. We don't keep you handcuffed to the in-Facebook only option. We have a toggle switch in here where you can actually, kind of check this off, and it will just blast you to the original e-commerce site. It will redirect you. Because there are a few people that requested to have that because of, whatever reason. And, we just want to accommodate our subscribers, and, really it's all about them and what they want. So, we hold pretty true to that. I mean, most of the requests that come in that we get from users within any one of our application modules or any of the apps that fall under those umbrellas, we've accommodated relatively quickly. So once you enter in that basic information, this is where you manipulate the store itself. Again, the product images themselves, in this store example, this was done on eBay, so if you want this to look differently, you have to kind of go back to the host, eBay, to manipulate that. But everything else here, in terms of how this is laid out, just click on any section here. It adjusts the section of anatomy automatically wherever I click, and you can adjust the colors and just fonts and whatnot. And then you just save and continue. Just like the other example I showed you, you just give it a name so you can recognize it on the dashboard, and give it an app tab name on what you want it to look like when it's on Facebook. Set it to active and publish it. And what's nice about doing it this way, the reason why we do all these customized names, as I mentioned, you may want to have a different looking template for different seasons, especially for a store. You might want to have a Christmas theme or a Halloween theme or a Valentine's Day theme. You can store all those here and label them however you want and just activate them on demand, and always have a fresh, new, different look. And like I said, we're always adding new templates, new features, new applications. We have a roadmap that's enormous for this year. So, and the cool thing is, everything's included. So even our free system, now granted our free system, our free plan, which does give you access to basically every application inside Fanpage Toolkit except for analytics and messaging, but you're only able to run one application at one given time on one fan page. That's the only limitation. So we're giving you the ability to try everything and try it all on any Facebook page you choose, but you can only have one app running at one given time. So if you wanted to have a store and a promotion and a sweepstakes and a downloadable white paper or anything else, or a bio, all running at the same exact time, that's when you have to jump into a pay plan. But you can definitely get your hands dirty, really get down with these products and build some really cool pages, see how they all work, try them, run with them, and then always easily upgrade your plan down the line. I know we're about 12 minutes over right now, but I wanted to share with you. I say this for the end because it's not part of the paid, or it's not part of the free plan, but more of a paid feature. We have a really great algorithmic tagging system. That's something that's proprietary to Fanpage Toolkit. And in the example I'm going to show you here is a Facebook page called Addict's Mom, which is an awesome page that is it's supporting mothers of children that have for mothers that have children that have either drug addictions or are in recovery. So it's an incredible support site where moms get together and under a common bond. As horrible as that, but with something with such an important page that has at sometimes just life-threatening information that can go across it, we developed a tagging system that's called status tagging. And anyone that has ever seen or maybe is currently managing a Facebook page with thousands of fans, or even more so, thousands and thousands of wall posts going across. I mean, some of us have lots of fans, but how many people actually have lots of activity or lots of stimulation on the site? So the more chatter that takes place on the wall, the harder it is to get to it all, unless you have somebody full-time moderating those pages every single minute of the day. So we wrote an algorithmic function and built it into an application that basically runs against the wall of every one of your Facebook pages that you have linked to the system. So here we can see basically all the keyword tags of conversations that are being said. And I can very quickly jump into any keyword tag, and based on how much conversation is being talked about that topic is going to dictate your response time to getting that information back, because we're communicating back and forth with Facebook via this application. And what you're going to see is we're going to see a list at an output of every single conversation taking place related to that keyword, love. And in here we can like each wall post. We can even comment and engage it directly. So this is a really powerful tool to be able to really manage and moderate just the activity that takes place, especially if you want to be able to wrap your head around any kind of praise on your Facebook page, or just even any kind of negativity. I mean, let's face it. If we look at anybody that has a brand or a product or anything that they're trying to protect in terms of your business, it's equally important to bring attention to all the negative as it is the positive. So here's a way to very quickly do it, based on again, keyword tags on what people are talking about. So just a really nice way to be able to manage your data. Geo-Mapping, which is another really neat tool, gives you kind of a global readout of where everybody is on your page. So these are people that have interacted with my apps in some way. Maybe they downloaded a digital good, and I can click on their names, and I can kind of see where they are. And if I want to, go ahead and click on it, and they'll tell me what they are. If they're a lead or they're a customer, I have somebody here from the United Kingdom. I can click on their, on their link, and it takes me directly to their Facebook page. So we have some pretty cool tools in the analytics session. Basically a way to engage fans, a way to, really keep your eye on what's going on with wall post conversations, and I think most importantly, be able to manage all of what's going on within your apps, effectively, as I showed you before with digital downloads and different ways of managing leads and such. So that's about it. I want to open up the floor for questions if anybody has them.
Okay, I don't see any new questions coming in, but anyone who does have any questions, feel free to go ahead and type them into the questions tab. And while we're waiting on that, we did give them a URL for the site, right?
FanpageToolkit.com?
FanpageToolkit.com, okay, good enough. I'm not seeing any new questions come in. As I watched the demo, though, I know that on the template it showed a place to put your opt-in form. Does it matter where that data is piped to? I mean, can they use any autoresponder system out there, or where is that data stored?
Oh, for the you're speaking to the messaging?
Yes.
Okay.
Or even if they offer like that white paper, when they fill in the name and the email address, where's that data sent to?
Oh, that data is sent here. Everything that happens with the apps themselves gets fed to our lead management system here. So if somebody enters a sweepstakes, or they shop in the store, or they generate a coupon code, they fill out. We have like a nonprofit app, which is really cool. Just to give you a quick, because I didn't touch on that, but to give you an example of a nonprofit app, you can actually have these donate buttons. And again, this is a free app forever to anyone who uses it. So nonprofits want to collect donations, you can enable a donation feature, and be able to link this to your PayPal account. So you can have a really cool microsite that's for nonprofits inside your Facebook page while you're collecting donations. So these have forms. So anybody that actually fills out a form or does any kind of interaction with any of the apps that were created by Fanpage Toolkit, all of that data gets fed to our analytics system under lead management. And this is where you see it all. It's all chunked out by the application itself. So like in the example I showed you with digital downloads, I can very easily, if I want to, I can see what's going on by looking at the dashboard. But really the power behind it is to be able to export that data as a CSV file and then being able to use it. And again, you don't have to be married to our messaging system. There's plenty of people out there that use that use Constant Contact or MailChimp or any one of these listserv-based systems.
Right.
You can take that CSV file and use it there. You can use it here, merge it with others. It's really in your control. They
could also put that opt-in form for, say, the MailChimp directly into their page, though, right, and send the data that way, straight into MailChimp?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, because MailChimp and other messaging applications also have Facebook apps. So, that data is portable. You can take it wherever you want.
Okay.
Our thing behind it is that we see messaging as a feature.
Okay.
There's so many things that we see as a feature and not a product, because if you think about what's Fanpage Toolkit, what is it exactly? What does it mean? It's a social commerce and marketing platform. So all of these little value adds you see, how we're able to scan wall post conversations, how we're able to blast stuff to somebody's Facebook wall, with a message or email messaging, or all these features. It's exactly what they are. They're features.
Okay, so, and we are getting a couple of questions now. One was Pam was asking, who came in late, if it was being recorded. Pam, there is a recording being made, assuming I don't hit one of the wrong buttons and erase it or something. And so I'll let you know how to access that. Doug wants to know if he could build an Amazon F-commerce page from scratch, basically, I guess, with your system.
To build
an Amazon affiliate F-commerce page is what it said.
So basically, you mean an Amazon store then, right?
Right.
Okay. So if I'm hearing the question correctly, we are going to be supporting Amazon stores with our one-click sync function. So very similar to what we were doing with syncing up the product catalogs.
Okay.
If you saw over here, we were able to basically build or synchronize product catalogs for eBay and Magento. We're going to have that real-time automation for Amazon stores as well. It's not there today. It's in the roadmap for, in the upcoming months. So if you wanted to get your Amazon store in Facebook today, you'd want to choose the data feed catalog type,
okay.
And you could basically export your product, your product catalog and your shipping information from Amazon. Depending on how they do it. Shipping's optional. You don't have to excuse me, you don't have to actually import shipping information from a third-party e-commerce system.
Okay.
Because that's an easy thing. You can just go into our merchant profile and check off whatever carrier you use and be done with it. But it's the product inventories that really matter. So because we don't natively support Amazon as of yet, you can just import that store with this data feed import tool. And that will give you the ability to either complete transactions inside of Facebook, or if you choose, you can also redirect those shoppers on Facebook to your Amazon store on the Amazon side.
Okay.
The default setting, as I promoted, we're really big on keeping people inside the ecosystem just because of the user experience. But users are going to want to do whatever they want to do. So we give you the option to do both.
And we also got the question: can they build a Kindle store with the app? And that's another type of Amazon store, isn't it?
Yeah, that's today. No, that's going to come with the Amazon integration, because the way the Kindle Store works on Amazon, that's a proprietary function to Amazon itself.
Okay.
So in order for that to work, you have to have native integration. But that's a great question, because that is some of the cool innovation that we're going to have with this product in the upcoming months. Amazon's actually a really important integration process for us. It's actually one of the lengthier ones, even more lengthy than eBay, because eBay stores are done very, very well, and it's a lot easier to build in to sync up a standardized e-commerce system, where with something like Amazon, they're just doing a lot of different things. They have their store, they have Kindle, they have a lot of different ways that they're doing products. So, the answer is yes. We'll have that in the upcoming months.
Yeah, and they're also, protecting their turf, so always make it easy to integrate with outside tools.
Yeah, well, and the thing about it is too, Will, is that no one's doing it. You know what I mean? There's no one that has come out with any product. So there's no guides, there's no instructions. These are all innovations that we've kind of jumped on, and we've been first to market with. So we saw it in the white paper with Bose and Company. You mentioned in the beginning with social commerce becoming a $30 billion market in the years to come. That's going to continue to grow and grow. But right now, we're in the early stages. So the idea and the idea behind doing these webinars is to really educate all of you that now's the time to really jump on top of this, because your big retailers, your big brands already are. They're spending hundreds of thousands to even over $1 million, like the Express example I showed you, to be there first. And I think we all know the most important thing we can do is actually be there first. So what we wanted to do here with Fanpage Toolkit is give you a vehicle to get you there first without breaking the bank. And when you look here at what we're giving you, basically starting at free, okay, is a heck of a lot of value.
And the question sticking with Kindle, they asked if they could use this platform to list their Kindle book and then link later to the Kindle store, and I think the answer there is yes.
Yeah, the answer there would be yes.
And again, for those who came in late, there will be a recording available of this. I'll make that available shortly and send an email out telling you how to access it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Aaron.
No, I was going to say, if you want to, on the Kindle side, because there's like a two-part process. We're working on doing the native integration with Kindle, so we've been working on that for months. And again, that's going to be coming out soon. But if you want to try to just get something in Facebook today, you could go into your Amazon store and just try to export that product and then bring it in the Fanpage Toolkit using this method here, the data feed import method.
Okay.
By uploading it as a CSV file. And again, that's going to be something fairly easy. You'll be able to test out. You can sign up for this. You can sign up for the free version of the system, which basically gives you a 10-product store. If I'm correct there, it's funny because I sometimes even forget that. Yeah.
Yes.
The free version gives you a 10-product store. And this kind of shows you how the products scale as you go up in plan, but definitely, more than enough to be able to allow you to test the import process of that product.
Excellent. And I've purchased numerous products that were hundreds of dollars a month, and your most expensive option is only $25 a month, and so this is actually a real bargain. I'm
yeah, and the thing there too is we're constantly innovating, we're constantly bringing out more product, and we're going to keep. We're just going to include it. It's going to be included with any one of these plans. We're also working on the enterprise system, which is geared up towards larger corporations to integrate with their in-house systems. But for the most part, for all your SOHOs and SMBs, this is where you're going to be. And we have some really nice tools that are coming out. The one thing that I didn't even show you that was in promotions. This is one thing that we're in the midst of really enhancing is our ping system, which you can take any promotion you build from any site. Let's say any Facebook page that you have running a promotion, you choose the Facebook page, it dumps the promotion in the comment section automatically. It uses a URL shortener, and you can then very easily just check off your social networks, and you can ping those across all your networks.
Excellent.
It's really cool. This is also a really basic tool. We just wanted to kind of get it out there. What we're building right now for this is immense. It's more of it would be similar to a Hootsuite type product, to where we're going to have 16 plus of the most popular social networks out there, including support for LinkedIn groups and Facebook pages. You'll be able to link up all those social networks all right here on this one page with Fanpage Toolkit, and you'll be able, and it's going to include our own URL shortener, which means that when you blast out those promos, you can include the URL to either the Facebook landing tab or any site that you choose, and all of that data is going to feed back to analytics. So we're going to have, in addition to our analytics system, which is going to be our social ping tool, and basically how many people have clicked on that link, where they clicked on it, from, basically, the referral information. So a lot of cool functionality that's going to be added to promotions, and there's not going to be any additional, fee for that. That's going to be included with our paid plans.
And being somebody who's been in internet marketing forever and who's noticed Facebook actually for several years ago too, I know there's a lot of piecemeal solutions out there by people who don't really come from the background you do, and so you see something that's thrown out there that only lasts a month or two, and then it doesn't even work anymore because they don't keep up with the changes at Facebook. So when I saw this, which is industrial strength, if you will, and built native to Facebook, with a lot behind it, I was very happy to introduce this to my audience, because they are, a lot of knowledge is used to smaller products rolled out by entrepreneurs who are working out of their bedrooms or whatever and don't have a real business. They're just thinking, I'll create a piece of software and it doesn't last. This I can see being around 20 years from now as Facebook takes over the world like Google tried to.
Yeah, it requires, and I think everybody's already seen it. Everybody's already experienced, the immense growth that Facebook has had, especially if you were an early adopter. They came out in 2004. Most people started picking it up around 2006. 2 years later, when it started really becoming more, mainstream. But you've seen the innovation that they've had and how quickly they change on the fly.
Right.
FBML was the hottest thing on the planet going back last year. And then within almost the blink of an eye, it was gone. And they actually removed all the connectivity for that FBML application, so that anybody that had an FBML-based Facebook app probably saw themselves get shut down at one point or another. And then they had to very quickly, if not, most probably didn't do it themselves, they had to pay somebody to do this or just purchase a whole other product. They had to very quickly get onto the whole iframes bandwagon.
The other question I just got was one on mobile stores. How does this display on mobile devices? If we looked at that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So if you're browsing Facebook as just the regular site, then that's fine. We've actually tested transactions on mobile phone devices, on Android, and also on tablets like iPad. So you can do full purchasing in the stores on when you're browsing it as the standard Facebook site. Now the Facebook mobile app for iPhone and Android and BlackBerry does not support Facebook apps within the page. Not yet. That's actually coming out in one of their later versions. I'm not sure if it's going to be the next rollout that they have coming up, or one that's going to follow that. But they have that roadmap to support Facebook apps within a mobile device.
Okay.
Right now, you can basically, if you whip out your Android phone and you go to any Facebook page using the native Facebook app on your Android or iPhone device, you'll see that there's no way to access application tabs. They don't have it built in. But if you try to access Facebook as the full website, again, if you're using any kind of mobile device, an iPad, Android pad, whatever, you have full functionality of all the application tabs. So it really depends on how you're browsing Facebook. If you're using the native application, it's not going to be for probably another couple of months. A lot of that support's rolling out because what you have to understand is Facebook's in the midst of doing their IPO, and they pushed, and this is done strategically on their end, they pushed a lot of the revenue making features for post IPO, or at least post announcement. So, and we all saw that all came out on Wednesday last week. So we're already starting to see changes to the ecosystem and announcements of different things that are being put out. So what we're going to start seeing rolled out by Facebook with their mobile devices are ads, because today there's no Facebook ads displayed on your mobile device. It's only when you're actually in the desktop version of the site.
Right.
And you're also going to see support for apps, so you can access all of your in Facebook games and different things like that. So that support's going to come in the very near future.
Excellent. Okay, and we have gone for an hour and a half, so we probably want to look at wrapping it up. I don't see a lot of new questions coming in. Take one last.
Okay, great. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming today, and and like Willie said, we have this recorded, and we're gonna have that posted up, and Will, you're gonna send that information out, as well as we have a link that's going to be included with that for sign up, and for anybody that wants to jump in and get started with the free version, and just start getting your hands dirty.
Absolutely. And so again, the URL is it's fanpagetoolkit.com, and I'll include that in the follow-up email, and I'll let you also, those who joined late can also watch the recording. I want to thank Aaron for taking time out to join us today and to show us this fantastic product, which I am starting to use. And I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day to check it out too. Thank you.